Escalating tensions between Washington and Moscow have taken a sharp turn. The American President Donald Trump has ordered 2 American nuclear submarines to be redeployed at an appropriate region close to Russia. The latest development could put Russia and the United States in a direct face-off after the Cold War. Now, Trump wants Russia to end the war in Ukraine, but the maximum pressure tactic might push Russia and the United States into a nuclear chest-thumping contest. Now, Trump's move has triggered a sharp response from Russia. In a post on X, Russia's former president and Putin's close ally and confidant, Dmitry Medvedev, has warned Trump again. He said that every ultimatum is a threat and a step towards war. Playing the nuclear card, he reminded Donald Trump of Russia's nuclear capabilities, including the dead hand system, which was developed during the Cold War. Now, this system ensures that in the event of a catastrophic nuclear attack, Russia can initiate a counter-strike by launching nuclear missiles from underground deep silos, initiating a full-scale nuclear response towards its adversaries in the Western world. Now, viewing Medvedev's comments as a clear nuclear threat, Trump issued orders to move 2 nuclear submarines to appropriate regions near Russia.
Well, you just have to read what he said. He was talking about nuclear. When you talk about nuclear, we have to be prepared, and we're totally prepared.
The nuclear submarine float in the undisclosed waters, but the United States and Russia are very close when it comes to underwater nuclear might. The U.S. military operates a total of 71 nuclear submarines, while Russia is close behind with 64. Now, taking on Trump, the Russian Duma's deputy chairman, Viktor Vorolatsky, said that there are significantly more Russian nuclear submarines in the oceans than American ones, and the ships that the U.S. President Donald Trump ordered to be redirected to the appropriate regions have long been under control. While Trump and Medvedev have traded barbs, Putin signaled no change in Russia's stance on Ukraine, despite Donald Trump's 8th of August deadline. Playing down Trump's demands for a ceasefire, he said that all disappointments come because of excessive expectations.
Of course, the direct Russia-Ukraine talks in Istanbul is a positive point. As for any disappointments on anyone's part, all disappointments come from excessive expectations.
So as U.S. readies new sanctions against Russia, White House envoy Steve Witkoff is expected to travel to Moscow for talks, with past meetings bearing no credible breakthrough. It remains to be seen if Russia changes its stance. And I earlier spoke with Mr. Fred Weir, who is a journalist and a political commentator. He'll join me live from Moscow in Russia. Listen to what he had to say.
The first thing to point out is that Dmitry Medvedev has no power. He is a former president and he is deputy chair of the Security Council. But it seems his main role these days is to send out provocative tweets. He is the guy who conducts the information war from the Kremlin's point. And he says often very provocative things. You know, I subscribe to his Twitter feed and I'm often shocked by some of the stuff he says. But it is not the sort of stuff you hear out of the mouths of Putin or any other Russian officials. That just seems to be his job. And it's most unfortunate that Donald Trump has picked up on something he said. It is about nuclear weapons, and that there too, you know, the Russians have been reminding the West since the beginning of this war that they are a nuclear-armed superpower. And they do that in order, I think, to deter the West from getting more involved in Ukraine. That is the reason they keep bringing it up. But it always sends chills down my spine when this kind of talk starts. And this is another case where it has, as you say, led to real life consequences. And Lord knows we have enough instability and dangers in the world without people reacting to tweets and sending submarines across the world, ballistic missile submarines, to threaten the adversary. So it's such an unfortunate situation, but there it is.